Hello and welcome to another update about Terra Luna. Terra Luna, in my view, still has a long way to go in terms of the correction. However, at the moment, it's looking short-term bullish, I think, yeah? And it's great that, in the last video, I think we were around $90, told you that we can expect here a consolidation, can expect a move down. Unfortunately, and that I'm really annoyed by that, but I know for some it did work out. So I've got my buy and sell orders set on Discord for channel members, and I received a message, and for someone it actually triggered at $97. That is the sell order that I had set. My sell order unfortunately didn't trigger at $97, but it was perfectly at the top here. For someone else apparently it did. So yeah, and again, just to let you know, if you want to see my own buy and sell orders, then check out the channel membership, where you can get access to the Discord server as well. But anyway, that's life, you know. So overall, and just to really recap on the last video, we were at around $90. I told you that we were overbought. We can expect a consolidation. Now that has happened. We're now at $75. I still expect the price to land here somewhere in this blue target area, sitting below. Okay, that might be a bit unrealistic down here. $13, that's where the target area starts, all the way up to $35. Yeah, that is what I would see as realistic. And that is basically because we just need to correct this move. Yeah, we cannot stay above this trend line forever. We need to have a clean ABC correction, and my view is that Terra Luna will do the same thing like other cryptos as well, which is just correcting down into this blue target range. And yeah, I think Terra Luna is just later than many other cryptos with its correction, and therefore it hasn't done it yet. So that is still my primary expectation, where the price will eventually land. However, that doesn't mean this has to happen tomorrow, because overall short term, and by the way, because I always get the comments, yes, I know about the fundamentals of Terra Luna, but as I always say, as a technical analyst, my view is, and it is the same for stocks and shares for companies as well, that the fundamentals are already in the price chart, because investors know about it, so it's already in the price. Yeah, so that doesn't mean it can only go up from here, because it is already in the price. Yeah. So anyway, Terra Luna, what is it doing? It's there is some short-term upside potential. Yeah, because we can take a look here on the 4-hour chart what actually Terra Luna is forming, and this is a so-called falling wedge. Yeah, and with a falling wedge, you would more likely than not actually expect a breakout to the upside. Of course, it can also break to the downside, so there is never a guarantee, and that is why typically, if you do short-term trading based on patterns, for example, or whatever, my view is you should always wait for a breakout confirmation. Yeah, everything else is speculation in here. If you are still within a pattern, you just to open a long position, for example, because you speculate for a breakout to the upside, is not the right way. What you should do, and that is my view, yeah, what I do as well, if I do a short-term trade, then I wait for a breakout, for example, here to the upside. I would wait for a retest, and ideally also a break of a certain resistance level, yeah, and then I would open a long position. And for me, that would be a breakout and ideally a retest on a higher time frame. For example, the 4-hour chart having a 4-hour candle close above this resistance level, yeah, and ideally above $83, $84, which is that previous high here. At the moment, we're coming down quite strongly, I have to say that. Quite strongly, yeah, and if we break out of this descending wedge, then the next target would be that support from that low here from the 28th of February at $70. But what I want to communicate here, that overall, in my view, the longer term view would be that we get down here into this blue target area, which is what I still expect for many other cryptos. But in the short term, money could be made if there is a breakout to the upside. What would be the target level of the breakout to the upside? It would typically be the beginning of the wedge, so you can expect here a move all the way up to $97 US. That would be quite interesting, depending on when it actually happens. This could potentially be a move up of around 20% for a quick trade. Now that is a possibility, yeah, because what it's forming here is something like a bullish bull flag, basically. Yeah, that is how we could see that here. And very importantly, if we go onto the daily chart, you can see that while the price is heading further down, we're still here in the bullish range of the RSI, still above 50. And if it, for example, finds support here at the 50 level, then this could potentially give a bit of a support here, and it could move up. However, the MACD is also trying to print a bearish crossover, but it's not confirmed yet. Yeah, probably still a couple of days away. And we now have to take a look at the shorter time frames, because on the 4-hour chart, for example, you are moving down here as well. But if that can turn around, yeah, and the RSI as well, then this could become a move to the upside potentially, because it always starts at the lower time frames. And here, for example, the stochastic RSI on the 1-hour chart is already very low. So at some point here, it will then start to move up, and that could be the beginning of a new move to the upside. But again, it's all speculation until we really see a breakout here to the upside. So I'm basing this at the moment here a little bit on that pattern, and generally on the view that how the price came up looks fairly impulsive, yeah, and how the price is coming down here looks fairly corrective. So the angle of how the price came up was much stronger than how it has been coming down here. But again, there is no guarantee that it is going to break to the upside. But there is, of course, potential, because Terra Luna has proven to be very strong. And typically or what we've observed here recently is in a move to the upside of Bitcoin, Terra was quite strong. On the other hand, and that is what I try to communicate here, is that Terra Luna's indicators are just very high. For example, the RSI on the weekly is here at around 60. Bitcoin's, I think, is around 40 or something. It's definitely much lower, yeah. And also the MACD here, turning around to the upside again, very high, that MACD line. And the stochastic RSI on the weekly as well, pushing to the upside. So there is an uptrend is currently happening here. You can see that we can't say that Terra Luna really is in a downtrend. We can't really say that, because it is still above this trend line. But my view is that it is just a very, very difficult environment at the moment, yeah. And the problem that I've got a little bit with Terra Luna is that the indicators are just very high. Yeah, the MACD line is high compared to other cryptos. The RSI is high compared to other cryptos. And should Bitcoin at some point here complete its correction and Terra Luna is not correcting down, it will have difficulties to make significant price increases, yeah. Absolutely. I think it will definitely have difficulties as long as these indicators, especially on the higher time frames, are so high. We need to see this correcting down overall. But again, it doesn't mean that in the short term we couldn't see potentially a breakout to the upside. But yeah, for that to happen, it needs first of all to move up again. At the moment, it's finding support here at this support line of that descending wedge, and that's at $75. If that holds, that's fine. Then we can expect the next move it to go up from here. And if it then breaks that, yeah, I mean, $81, $82 resistance level of that descending wedge and get a retest on the 4-hour chart, then we could expect here possibly price increase to $97. That would be then very likely. And overall, I think we still have to expect a larger correction for Terra Luna here fairly soon, but possibly after another run to the upside, should that breakout of that descending wedge happen. Yeah, that's my view here on Terra Luna. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership for access to the Telegram live chat, the Discord server, and a weekly live stream. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.